Kim Hodge, Pontiac Sun Time Bank.
Explain what it is.
Time Bank is a community skill exchange. I might drive Blair to the airport. He might offer space at Crowfoot to someone else. That person might teach someone to read. That person might go and do gardening work at Maddie's house. So it's a way of exchanging time. 1 hour is 1 hour, no matter who you are and what you do. Children, adults, organizations, businesses can all be involved in the Time Bank.
And that'd be a good thing for
Also,
some of you. Yes, Monica.
can you speak a little bit about the app in development too?
Well, there is an app that is currently available to Time Bank members. It is in further development from Penn State University, which originally was a developer of the app, and Palo Alto Research Center, and they're looking at helping to make it more transportation related, so that we know that transportation is a big issue here. It's probably not happening really soon, maybe not until next year, but it would be great to have an app that if I were driving to Costco and somebody needed something from Costco, they could see, and I was on the way to Costco and they're on my way, that I could pick them up and bring them with me, or something like that, that would help people to have more of a transportation app. It's kind of like Uber, although not scary like Uber, you know, they have some recent troubles, but that will be in development at some point in the future.
Awesome.
And 21st Century Digital Learning is helping with that as well.
Good.
I'm Blair McGowan. We run the Crowfoot Ballroom, and we run this space. And over the years, I hitchhiked to town to work for the United Farm Workers. On the Grape Boycott in 1974, we stood in front of stores and asked people not to eat grapes so the California farm workers could organize their union. And we gathered cans and they donated cans, and we learned how to do community organizing from Cesar Chavez and the Saul Alinsky people in Chicago. I married a woman, had 2 little boys, so I had to get a job. So we ended up running public rooms, Fandango Hall, St. Andrews Hall, Clutch Cargo's, the Crowfoot, Eagle Theater. And I would be a very rich person, except money-wise, except as soon as we get it together, I go off and do something else. I worked with Palestinians, I worked civil rights, I worked with Irish Americans. We were the top fundraiser for peace and justice in Northern Ireland, in America, for 10 years. I've been thrown in jail a few times for not moving when the police said, as recently as down in Gibraltar when we were trying to save Humbug Marsh, which was the last mile of undeveloped Detroit River. So the work we do here in Pontiac is we're very pleased when there's people that want to do something. But I feel that Pontiac is very much the way it was in 1988 when we came here. It's backwater, there's a lack of leadership, there isn't the kinds of things like Maddie's story about swimming and people working together. And there's times when there have been people working together, and when there are, we try to let our facilities be available, like this space. This is one of the spaces that we've got. We bought this building in 1995 for $1. And then using our brains, we figured out a way to borrow $1 million, and with it, we did the work ourselves, and it would have cost $2 million to do it, but we did it with $1 million in our own sweat. And this space here was designed by Keith Johnson, who was a brilliant designer, and it won AIA awards from the American Institute of Architects. And I'm very much attracted to the ideas that Jim Ross and Monica Williams are talking about, and that is trying to figure out a way to make people connect better, to think smarter, to capture ideas, to bring multiple people together in unique ways so we can take advantage of each other's thoughts and each other's energy, and give us enough hope and faith that we'll swim together. Because most people are so disheartened and so depressed that they won't have the faith that by swimming together they can make a difference. So I appreciate your loud and energetic voice, and you're in retirement, you're in full swing. And that's cool, but there's so many lumps, there's so many people that don't have faith. They sit in front of their tube, they eat too much, they drink too much, and they would like to do something if only they saw somebody that had a project that they could latch into. Maybe something will come of us. Maybe we'll come up with some project that people can latch into that will bring us together and get 2 people going and a 3rd person and then become a big fish.
Thanks, well, but I'm happy with you with my travel.